Planted containers work in any kind of garden. They make a large garden feel intimate and a small garden feel cozy. You can use them indoors. You can use them outdoors on a patio, a deck, a walkway, an entrance. The design possibilities are endless. Take this courtyard, for example. It's surrounded by angles, and every wall has a window in it, so it feels kind of like a fishbowl. The owners, however, wanted an intimate dining area amid a lush garden. But how do you do that when all you've got is a couple of narrow planting beds? The solution was planted containers, and it is beautiful. I'm talking to Koby, who designed both the courtyard garden and this beautiful poolside garden. Koby, this is such a warm and livable space. Will you please tell me how you decided to put all these big containers along the edge of the property?
Well, when we started out here, this patio area was just vacant, and there's a golf course in the background, and I wanted to create a screen and add some beauty on the edge of the property here. To get some planting space, we use very large containers so I could get as much plants as possible right up here on the edge.
And I noticed you have like almost trees in here. I mean, that's gutsy.
I was fortunate in the client let us use very large containers, and for the size of this property and this section, I wanted to get as large a containers as possible.
When you look at the plants and you're putting them together, because I notice a lot of these pots have more than one plant in them, how do you think about what goes together?
When I get a very large container, I'm able to make more of a little tableau there with the tree in the center, and then some medium shrubs sometimes, and then some smaller plants on the edge and or trailing down the side.
I noticed there's a lot of succulents in these pots. Why succulents?
They're beautiful and easy to maintain. I'd say maybe I do 2 big cleanups here a year.
A year? 2 a year, that's it? Mm-hmm. And in between, nothing?
Because they grow a little slower, you might have to be a little patient for them to get full size, but because of that, there's a lot less maintenance.
Tell us how they're irrigated.
I have drip irrigation running through all the containers, so when the system turns on and waters the regular garden, part of the system waters the containers at the same time.
I love this trio, especially Koby, the colors and the textures, and I was seeing that there's a ceramic pot there, but what's this one?
It's a large fiberglass pot.
Fiberglass? I wouldn't think of using fiberglass. Well, how come you use fiberglass?
Oh, many reasons. The weight is a lot less. It might be 40 to 60 pounds versus several hundred for a larger terracotta or ceramic container.
Wow, and what about how durable is it?
These have been in several years. I haven't worked with them for decades, but they can take a little bit of bumping and won't crack or chip like a terracotta or ceramic pot will.
There's an amazing combination of styles and colors and textures just in the containers, Koby. There's retro, there's modern, there's classical. How do you work with all those? How do you do mix and match?
The pots have a lot of kind of muted tone. There's no bright yellows, reds, oranges, or blues. The little accents of some of the other glass pottery in here give a touch of color, but I wanted just a backdrop of softer textures and colors, so a little less gloss. There's some metal containers here, the fiberglass containers here, and the ceramic. I like to break things up just a little bit, and to have no flashes of color makes the whole thing too dull, so a pot or a container or a little bit of artwork once in a while keeps it interesting.
And if you're talking to someone who's starting out, where do you start?
Usually the containers first to try to match the area, and then after that I go shopping for that continued theme to try to keep it similar.
So the container comes first, the plants come second?
Yes.
Thanks, Koby. So we've seen a lot of variety in Koby's garden. We've learned all about scale, matching the size of the pot to the size of the space, the plant to the size of the pot. We've talked about texture, we've talked about tone, we've talked about hue, and we've talked about what to start with. What more could you want? This is an example of how to do containers on a grand scale, and Koby does it well.